And it looks like we're live. Hello, and welcome to Time of the Week,
where we always talk watches
and occasionally drink wine, but I've actually got a mug of tea.
Yeah, same.
Maybe it's Lucy. Maybe Lucy's our bad influence, and without her.
Yeah, I know. Last week we did really good. We all drank wine. We're taking a break.
I think I carried on drinking actually.
Really?
It's my box of wine because I just don't know where the end is. It's great.
Yeah, you can't really see like the level, right?
No.
So it's really deceiving. Of like, oh, I drink a little bit.
Yeah, I actually think that I drink less because if I have a bottle, then I'm like, oh well, I kind of want to finish the bottle.
Yeah.
But if it's a box, then yeah, not so much. But anyway, enough about my wine habit. Yeah, how's your week been?
Yeah, I've been really good. Been really busy. I've had the last 2 days off, which is super nice. So been feeling productive. I've been getting all the stuff done that I've been meaning to when I've been working. So been nice, and yeah, just kind of chill here. It's kind of cooling down here in LA, like low 70s, not so hot. Like last week it was pretty hot, like 90. And so yeah, it's been nice to have a nice cool down, and just really like definitely fall vibes here. It's nice.
So you still get full. You still get
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like raining, miserable, and then today was really sunny. So I was like, right, I need to get out. Like, went for a walk, found a bench, like sat with the sun on my face. It's like, yes, make the most of it. It's going to rain again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been a good week. And I feel like I did watch stuff. Did I do watch stuff? I've got watch stuff going on tomorrow. There's a couple of events tomorrow. A Bamford event. And there's a James Bond thing in Burlington Arcade where they've transformed it all.
Oh, fun.
So I'm going to go and check that out tomorrow. So yeah,
cool.
Should be good. Yeah, should be good. Liam, no Lucy. No Lucy. She is busy girl doing some other stuff. So you've got us two, and then in the waiting room, in the green room, should I say, we've got 3 guests lined up, which would be good, possibly a 4th. And then if anyone else wants to join in, pop it in the chat. We'll try and keep an eye out, and if we've got time, we'll I think I can send over a link somehow, maybe, that people can click on. And hi Dan, hi Julian as well. Should we do a wrist check? What you got?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Today I'm wearing my Grand Seiko Gmt, the SBG J249.
So
Beauty.
pretty.
New strap. Light blue. It's a light blue strap. Really, really cool. It looks good. It makes this dial so funky because it changes in the light, obviously, but depending on what strap you wear it on, it will lean more gray or lean more blue. So now that it's on a lighter blue, it has more light blue accents, and it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, I also have a new strap and a new watch.
Ooh.
I don't know if I might have hinted at it a couple of weeks ago, but I'm rescued from, actually Lucy would hate it, so that's fine. I'm rescued from an antique shop. It's a Mickey Mouse. I always do this.
So yes,
19. I looked it up. So it's manual wind. So I pulled it out of a cabinet and was playing with it, and I was like, it feels like it works. It feels like it's okay. Tested it. Runs okay. It's 1960s, 70s. Swiss movement. It says Swiss made on the dial, and it's just had a little clean up. It's got a new plexiglass and a new strap, green strap.
That is
the light here looks a bit rubbish today. But...
that looks so cute. I love that.
I love it.
Yeah, Lucy would love it for sure.
Character watches. No, not happening. Right, Dan says he requires a fee to be a guest, so just
we are broke, so not happening. Sorry,
not happening. But whilst you're there, Dan, if you could give us a little thumbs up on that would be great.
Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment on our video whenever
And
you get the chance.
Tell your friends.
Yes.
They can come along too. Right, our first guest is a little bit short of time. So shall we get him on?
Absolutely.
Super exciting. So, welcome. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Hi, I'm Azad, also on Instagram at az.time, and I'm based in London.
Yay! Hello. We've actually really met for the first time in real life recently, didn't we? But yeah, been Instagram for a little while.
That's right. I think we first met through buying a watch from yourself. Fantastic service, of course.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And then
I paid you to do that. Have you got the watch there?
Yeah. It's in a watch box over there.
Which, okay. That you're pointing at the walkie-talkie building then.
Yeah. Exactly. Locked up.
Yeah, I love it. That's the background. It was a lovely. It's the Maurice de Quoil, wasn't it? It was like a salmon guilloche dial.
Salmon guilloche dial, rose gold. Regulator, right?
Yeah. Open case back, I think, as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Really pretty watch. So,
what are you wearing today?
I'm wearing, and I've taken it off so I can actually put it in front of the camera, the Sartori Billard, which I think, Sam, I showed you at Red Bar.
Yes.
Which, this is Lucy's fault, by the way, because we've been in conversation for a while and she egged me on. And so, yeah, this happened. So I've been wearing that all day today.
Love it. It's quite personalised as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so it can be as customized as you want. But one of the things I wanted was a particular shade of blue, which I know isn't going to show up on this camera, but it's a very dark, almost purple shade of blue. The better photos on the Instagram account. But also what I did is I replaced the 12 with my initials, which I thought, if I'm going to make a custom watch, this needs to be mine for life. And so there's no way, nobody else is going to come along and say, "Oh, yes, I like your initials, and I'll buy it."
Yeah.
Perfect. That's going to be mine forever. Yeah.
But
great. Everything from the font to the finish of the case to choosing the material for the straps and everything. It's a fantastic service. I can only praise it. Yeah,
I was really impressed with that. Yeah, when I saw it, I kind of, be tempted. And do you have another new acquisition that you might want to talk about?
I do. There was a big one today. So I'll show it to everybody first, and then we can talk about what sort of happened. So it is the version 3 of the Snoopy that has now joined my collection, and just in time on the back you can see the little, hopefully the shuttle going around. So perfect timing there. Really pleased. Bit of a shock getting it, but it's very pleased to have it join the collection.
Yeah, I love it. I've when they first came out, I was lucky enough to handle one, but I haven't seen any out and about in the wild. Probably for when did they come out? It was over a year ago, I think, was it that they came out?
Yeah.
Probably haven't seen one for a good 6 months. But very exciting. When do you think, are you going to start wearing it straight away, or going to sort of save it for a bit?
No, I think I'll wear it straight away. The strap's quite stiff. It needs to be worn in to contour to the wrist. I'll definitely start wearing it straight away. Not somebody that kind of hides the collection away and so on. No, that's not me. But shall I tell a little story about it?
Yeah, go for it. I think people will be interested to hear it.
So, first of all, I need to thank Dave Sharp, because in a Scottish Watches podcast episode well over a year ago, he mentioned that it was about to be announced. So I quickly ran to my local boutique and put my name down, which I think did help, being very early to get my name down, but still had to wait. Now, recently I kind of chased them and they said, "Oh, we don't know. We're not getting any. We haven't seen any in 6 months or something." So I said, "Fine, okay. There's not much we can do about it." I then popped into a non-Omega boutique where I met a very nice Scottish gentleman who we got into a chat about Omega pieces and what we have and so on. And he mentioned another Red Bar member who I won't name today. And he said that he'd had joy getting hold of this piece simply by emailing customer service through the Omega website and saying, look, I'm really, really keen on getting this piece. And I've got a nice collection. Here's a photo of it. Is there anything you can do to help? And apparently, within 24, 48 hours, he'd got a phone call from his local boutique/AD and got the watch. So I thought, wow, okay, I can try this. And I did exactly that. 2 days ago, I sent an email through the Omega website saying, really keen on this watch, been on the waiting list, etc. Here's what my collection looks like. And funny enough, within 48 hours, I'm getting a phone call from the boutique saying, your watch has arrived, despite literally 2 days earlier saying, not expecting any, at least till the end of the year. So it does work.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be rushing to do that now.
I know. Apologies to people in Geneva for the flood of emails that are about to come out. But I think, they are definitely having production issues with the movement and getting it done. And also there's a bit of an issue with the marketing for the Bond watch as well. I think they're very keen to focus on that exclusively. But now that that's sort of slowly passing, I think these are going to be coming in fairly soon for collectors. And they did say to me that because they've had so much problems making the movement, there's probably going to be about 30% less made than they originally planned, which I think was interesting. But yeah, that's the story.
That's exciting. That's so cool.
Exciting.
It also sounds like you need a good Scottish friend to get you in. Because if you never knew, Dave, never heard Dave, you never heard your other friend you met, you never knew.
Yeah, and the power of Red Bar as well. Power of Scottish watches, power of Red Bar. So, part of the community thing, isn't it? So
it's cool though.
Very excited. And what kind of got you into watches?
I think it was my dad originally. He was really into watches. I mean, nothing high end at the time. But I remember my first watch that I remember, apart from the kind of stuff you used to get in a cereal box and that kind of thing, was a Casio data bank, the one that stored all the phone numbers that used to be able to auto dial onto the phones. I don't know if anybody remembers that. But funny enough, this is a bit cheeky, but UK phone boxes weren't updated to be digital till much later than compared to Europe and the US. So if you used that watch on a UK phone box, you got to make calls for free at the time. I know, yeah,
it work.
It worked at the time. Yeah, it worked for a good couple of years or something. So I remember that being one of my first watches. My first proper watch, I think, was when I got my first job, was an Oris skeleton Artelier. Which I still have in the collection. I really love. It's only more in exactly. It's only more in recent years that the collection kind of gathered a bit more momentum. As essentials have been taken care of, etc. A bit more spare cash. How it goes.
And what's next?
Oh God, no! I can't buy anything else.
That's what we all say.
Yeah. I know. I actually got to see the new chronoscopes today at the boutique. They are lovely, really nice. And I have another watch that has a very similar aesthetic, which was actually just a Dan Henry. So I do like those. I was looking at the Bulgari Octofinissimos. In particular, the new sort of blue and white one that came out that again looks like a Scottish flag. I'm not Scottish, by the way. I just like the colorway. Sadly, though, I tried it on. It was way too big with the bracelet. Without the bracelet on a strap, actually, it hugs the wrist really nicely, but it's just the bracelet flares out too much for my wrist.
Square. Yeah.
I think I had the same thing. I tried one on and was like, no, it doesn't work, and then tried another one and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, it does, but I think it was because it had the strap. on it.
Yeah. But otherwise, it depends what Sam gets in, because she's constantly trying to tempt me with all sorts of
I've got a lovely Mickey Mouse watch. If you're interested in that.
Fabulous.
I'm gonna keep this one for a little bit longer. Yeah. Do you have any questions for us?
Ooh, when is Stateside coming over?
I would love to come over. I would
You
absolutely.
can come over.
I've always wanted to go to London and see just so much history, and you guys say how awesome the watch shops are. I would love to go and see those. I need to figure out when I could get a vacation. I just started my job in June, so I have like no vacation time, and so it's like I need to work a little bit longer so I could ask for the time off and not be ridiculed of like, you just started. Who do you think you are?
I think June's a while though, and then it's going to be busy up to Christmas. Okay, we say January. We'll book you in for January
next year. So next year, yeah, for sure. I'd love that.
Although it is quite cold in January.
Oh yeah, that'd be a shock to the system. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's just very grey. Very grey.
Okay, maybe spring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
better.
I mean, it's still quite wet and grey, but yeah. Imagine March, April. Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, right. We should probably move on. I'm going to ask everyone this. Favorite ice cream flavor?
For me, it's mint chocolate chip.
Yes.
People have said that in the past. Yeah, I think maybe Sam, you said that.
It's like a debate. Everyone either hates it or loves it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But a bit too toothpastey for me.
It's toothpaste. It's what kind of mint are you having? That shouldn't taste like shouldn't taste like toothpaste.
Yeah.
But it's weird. I also like to combine it with coffee flavor. So those two, I think, really go well together.
I can see that.
Bit controversial.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, so thank you so much for coming on. I know that you're a little bit short of time, but we'll get you on again soon, and we'll see you at a Red Bar event soon. And if everyone wants to check out, you've got some lovely photos of your watches, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Omega ones as well. So you're at az.time.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Thanks,
wonderful.
ladies.
All right, catch you soon. There's the button. There's the button. Ta-da! Cool. Right. Shall we get our next guest on?
Yes.
Fun. No, I feel like I've got
I know. I love
this. Ready? Ta-da! Hi.
Hello.
I'm going to do my Cilla Black again. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Mark Hackman with Crown and Caliber and Hodinky, watch buyer for them, and also YouTube contributor for Crown and Caliber.
Sam, we got a celeb on.
I know. It sounds like a fun job.
It is a fun job. It is a dream job, to be honest.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. How do you get into it?
Always been in the watches, but it's good luck finding a job that's not purely sales. I've done enough of that in my life where I didn't want to. So it was lucky that Crown and Caliber was in Atlanta, and I lived in Atlanta, and just waited to have anything that I could do open position come up. And as soon as I had a watch buyer position open up, I went for it and got it. And it's also one of those that there's not a whole lot of people out there that are watch buyers professionally. So there's not it's not like you had people with experience. It's more of how good are you being organized? How well do you know watches? So background knowledge is what gets you that job.
Sounds good. Sam, that'd be your next job.
That'd be fantastic.
So what, other than you say sort of organization and watch experience, is there something that does it come from experience? Is there a bit of an intuition to it? What are you looking for?
Both. The more knowledge you have, the better, because to know all the little details and little things that people look for, you have to be a generalist much more than most, because you have to know a little bit about every single brand you sell and every single watch they've ever come out with in the past 20 years. I mean, you learn, and we have a lot of data to lean back on that we've done a good job of getting together. So it's I'll say the tech team has done their job too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we sold one of those in the past, it sold for that price, or we had issues with that part, or
Exactly. There's certain watches that we won't touch because we know just to service them is not worth the price point, and we find that out over time and things like that. So there is more information than you'd think once you start digging in.
Yeah. And what have you got on your wrist? Nick's Picks Watch Reviews said that you have a hidden gem.
The YouTube channel, the YouTube thing I do is called Hidden Gems. So it's the idea is watches that don't get enough attention, watches that you don't think about as much. Like one of them was the Patek Philippe Pilot's watch, which doesn't get the attention compared to the rest of the line, but for me is my favorite one.
Yeah.
So but on the wrist is my Aquaterra.
Yes.
With the Hodinkee strap, of course.
Love it. So that leather. Yeah.
It was actually in one of the videos we did came out 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
We did a strap video.
So is it what is the channel's called Hidden Gems?
It's Crown and Caliber's YouTube channel.
Okay, cool.
And the show on it is Hidden Gems.
Okay.
Part of we have a couple of contributors. Take the lion's share of it just because of a lot of happenstances, but the lion's share of this year has been the Hidden Gem show. So and they're all pretty quick hits, 5 to 10 minutes usually. We've also done a 3-watch collection recently with Nora and Cole from Hodinkee. Nora's the newest editor. Cole has been around a while, as most people know Cole Pennington. He's actually been on this show. And that was really a lot of fun. It's our first time we got Hodinkee to come down the Crown and Caliber in Atlanta and show them and kind of show off what we are and what we do to the Hodinkee audience was the idea.
That's cool.
Yeah. So how has the collaboration, how has it worked? How did it come together and how does it move forward?
I can't tell you anything about how it came together. That's way above me. But it's been great. Honestly, once you get a peek inside, behind the scenes of Hodinkee, all of the social media BS goes away, and you actually get to meet the people and realize that everyone's just a down-to-earth watch nerd. Every single person you meet, from top down, from pick the name to somebody you've never met, never been on YouTube or anything, they're all extremely nice. Crown and Caliber was a great place to work with, and Hodinkee's no different. It's fantastic to just meet all these other people that are this much into it, where you can talk for hours and hours and hours about watches and do it again tomorrow and for the next month or two. And it's just a bunch of watch nerds, everyone trying to do their best to express that to the world. So
Very cool.
I'm in heaven.
Was there anything that, like, when you started that surprised you, that you maybe had like a already misconception, or maybe you just had an idea of how it was going to be and it just surprised you?
I think the biggest surprise is actually the amount of watches I never knew existed.
Oh, yeah.
You always end up with things that come in that surprise you is the biggest thing. Like how you think it's set up and everything, it is done better than I expected. As you learn, they've seen all the problems and everything's, when you come in, and they've done a great job. All our tech team and everyone that was in the company before me, they've all done a great job of refining everything. But once you get in, you start seeing watches just you didn't know. I buy a lot personally from dealers is my job. We also have people that buy from individuals if you want to sell us a watch. And so I get to see some of the ones that's just my favorite's probably there's an Omega Jump Hour that was made in 1998.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know it ever existed, but I loved it. I couldn't come on.
It's not got a salmon dial, has it?
It does.
Have you still got it? I've got someone looking for one.
It's in the other room, though.
Perfect. Was it your personal watch or for sale?
It's my personal watch.
Oh, okay. No,
It's
yeah.
actually it actually just got back from Omega service this week. As soon as I saw it, I tried to buy it for the company, but couldn't get a price. So I went out and bought it for myself from someone else. Immediately, I love the watch, and my wife loves the watch. So I actually got it on bracelet, which is harder to find.
Yeah.
And got it immediately, sent it to Omega, which took about 5-6 months to get back because they needed to source a few parts from Switzerland since they only made it one year only.
Yeah.
I love it. Like those kind of weird watches are my favorite. It's when you come across something, it's just that was made.
Yeah. Someone sent me a message and was like, if you ever see one of these watches, I'm after one. So if you want to part with it or you find another one, just let me know. But yeah, sort of looking into it, I was like, there really aren't any around.
I have a year and a half ago, you could find them pretty easily. Now they've tripled in price and they're a lot harder to find. Yeah, I tried to buy one last month for a price I thought was above what was fair and couldn't.
Yeah.
They were you could probably find them for 1,600, 1,700 a year and a half ago. Now they're over 4,000. It's just and if you can find one of the gold ones, those go for 4,000 to 9,000 depending if they have the gold bracelet or not.
So what's next? Like, what should we be looking out for now? That's obviously never watches aren't an investment, but what might be the next kind of hidden gem?
Woo. The first thing is that watches are investment. Never buy a watch for investment. Buy what you love. That way you don't regret it. No matter what. If somebody asked me if I were to buy a watch today that I could sell in a year or two for some extra money and wasn't a Rolex, and let's ignore some of the hype watches, first Omega in space.
Okay.
Because it was discontinued earlier this year. It's just now reaching its retail point of where it sold at retail for about $5,500 US, and I'd be surprised if it didn't sell for 8 or 9 in a year or so.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. I've just sold one, a little over retail, I think it was.
They're starting.
And again, been watching the prices, and
If you hunt, you can find it for about what it was retail, maybe within 1,000, depending. But that's an easy one. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. They made over 15,000 of them, but they're well loved and they're underpriced compared to just a Speedmaster. So just because Speedmasters have gone up, they're going up.
And now we all know how to get Snoopy's. We'll give that a go as well.
The secret's out.
That's the Snoopy I haven't even seen in person yet. The other two we have in stock right now. But that one's
the white dial is my absolute favorite. It's just
it is gorgeous, and it's even if it didn't have Snoopy on it, as a watch with the hour markers in that kind of lined in black with the white on top of it, it is gorgeous. That's one that I wish they would come out with that without Snoopy, just so it'd be easier to get.
Mark,
after you.
you said you haven't seen them anywhere, and I haven't either. I don't know if it's just like a States thing, but I haven't seen them in I was in Denver, never saw any. I'm back here in LA, haven't seen anybody with it. I don't know. I feel like
I know we had it in the New York office for photography, so it's not loaned, not owned. But I have had a chance to try and buy them, but we haven't come to a price agreement because we need to make a margin and people want to sell it for something. And so I have seen it now. I've started to see it at dealers, but there's just not many out there. And that took about a year to even see it. It was only the past month I've seen it. So
I have to pop into my Omega boutique and see if they've even possibly had one, but I haven't at all seen it. So it's only been living on my Instagram.
I talked to the Atlanta boutique last week, picking up the watch, and they said they've gotten half a dozen in the entire year. So that's a hard one to come across right now.
And you think sort of so having difficulties in Switzerland, it is the whole world that they've got to sort of fulfill orders for, isn't it? How do you
give Omega some credit. Think about how Rolex for a long time, you can get most Rolexes in a short time, except for the Daytonas and a few random ones. Now Omega is doing a similar thing where you can buy anything at any time. Some you might have to wait a month or so, except for the 321 and the Snoopy.
Yeah.
So there's the few that, you have to want to be part of the AD culture and all that. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with having a few like that as a thank you to our loyal customers kind of thing, but at least it's not most of their line.
Yeah. You
can buy a Speedmaster or Seamaster tomorrow.
Yeah. Actually, when I went into the London boutique, they had a London edition. Ooh, I'd say like Aquaterra DeVille. I can't remember quite what it was now. And that was there like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I really like it. And then I went in and I was like, oh, you still got it.
Probably a DeVille then.
Yeah.
Which,
on this now?
to be honest, those are fantastically built watches that do look good on a wrist that get no love whatsoever.
Yeah. It's a very overlooked line for sure.
Yeah. And so's the new Constellations. I actually really like the new 40 millimeter Constellations.
Yeah.
I didn't love them. I don't know if, because I saw them once the boutiques had just freshly opened, and I don't know if they had some sanitizer on them or something. I just found them a bit sticky, and the boutique lights didn't do them any justice. For some reason, I just didn't. It didn't.
Sticky?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's never a good sign.
It just ruined the whole thing for me.
I actually really liked the size and how it fit on my wrist. I was really thinking it was going to be way too big on me. Since it's such the integrated bracelet and everything, it's just gonna overpower everything. But no, it just worked. I don't know what it is.
It's a different feel than something there's nothing else that has that look.
Yeah.
And I think with the liquid metal bezel, it creates a really flush, nice smooth look to it. And no one gives them any love.
No, I love them. That's kind of like something that I have my eye on to get, and I've only tried on the smaller women's versions, I guess. And I don't mind them being a little bit smaller. I think I've tried on 36, 38, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like them, and I think they look good. But I was kind of leaning towards the bigger version. I think it looked even better.
I think 40 millimeters, if the lugs aren't ridiculously long like a Nomos or something, they look great on most people.
Yeah.
I like a bigger watch on smaller wrists sometimes. I like that look. My wife likes the 40 millimeters, so she usually ends up stealing most of my watches.
Yeah.
I like her.
How it should be.
She shares the hobby, so we end up sharing watches.
Have you got a sort of a favorite watch or a favorite brand?
I'm a little partial to Omega, just because the bang for buck is insane compared to everyone else. I have a bigger love for Brigade than most. Brigade dials. Some people are movement people. Some people are dial people. Some people are just whatever's popular on Instagram people. For me, the dial is the thing I look at. I want the movement to be good, but the dial is something that you look at every day, and I don't think anyone does dials like Brigade. The Guilloche, even the enamel they do to the dial what Longa does to a movement. Longa, no one does 5,000 watches a year and have movements look like that, like Longa does. Brigade, nobody does a dial that detailed. I love them. So that's one that not everyone loves, that I have a little soft spot for.
Yeah, get them out there. Just saw again, I watched on an auction site. I can't remember what it's called, but there's the Brigade Type 21, and it was the identical dial, identical watch to that, but it wasn't a Brigade.
I mean, Breitling has one that looks a lot like it.
Yeah, but it wasn't Breitling either.
Zenith?
No, maybe. It was a. All right, chat amongst yourselves. I'm gonna have a quick look.
It's funny because Brigade Type 21 is my next watch.
Yeah.
The one that's a little older on the metal bracelet. I already have it picked out and waiting for it to get back from service from Brigade.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that's hopefully before the end of the year. It has been there a few months already.
Yeah, I love what Brigade has been doing too. That's it. I think it, like you were saying, it's not something that everybody loves. It's very a unique taste, but the boutique is right down the street from me, and so I walk by it pretty much every day, and I see them changing out their window displays of whatever they have, and it's like, I want this one. I want this one. I actually want one with diamonds. Like, amazing. There's so many amazing pieces that people overlook.
I saw that one. It's a big eye, yeah.
It's
Recently.
Maffei Tissot Type 20.
One of the many, I mean, Type 20s were the French military spec, so
Okay.
that's where that comes from. Type 21s were just in the next spec. It's just so they have to be flyback, they have to have the 3 registers, and they have to have a rotating bezel.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So.
Anyway, sorry, it was going to bug me because I couldn't remember what it was. Interesting. Wonderful. Have you got any questions for us?
I'll do the opposite question of and ask when you guys ever plan to come over to the States?
Yeah.
They think, come to Atlanta, meet the Red Bar here, possibly try and get a tour of the operations down here.
That would be awesome. You didn't go to Red Bar Global?
I have not been able to. I mean, pandemic has been a one thing.
Yeah.
And the year before, I actually wasn't part of Red Bar yet.
So yeah, I did. I came over to New York in 2019. But yeah, that would be awesome. Come over again and see everyone. And it's
I'm
funny
waiting for us to even put on events as Hodinkee again, because we used to do that, but it's just one of those that things have been what they've been. So hopefully soon.
In time.
Yeah. So is your Red Bar sort of back up running as normal?
Yeah, actually, we've done a pretty good job of trying to be outside a little bit, being a little more creative of where we can be and meet up. But it's also the numbers here. We have a growing group, and it's been around a while, but it's not too big. Probably about 20 or 30 people come at any time, every month. But we have an Oris meetup this week, so it'll be nice. Oris is in town showing us.
Fun.
Yeah, we're thinking if we can arrange an Oris one at the moment. So yes, tell Oris Bear that I said hi.
She loves Oris Bear.
I'm hoping they have an Oris mug. I've been wanting one for a while.
Yes. We won't ruin that for you. Oris mug's very cool. Yeah. Right, the time is flying by. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip, actually.
Yes.
And especially if you get gelato mint chocolate chip, that's the best.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna have to try it again, Sam.
Okay. All right. I will. Okay. So for everyone watching, where can we find you?
Instagram, Mark on Watches, or the Crown and Caliber YouTube channel. Check it out, the Hidden Gem series. The 3-watch collection did with Nora and Cole.
Wonderful. Lovely. All right, we'll have to say goodbye, I'm afraid. We've got another guest in the wings, but thanks so much for coming on. And,
thank you.
Yeah, we'll get you on again soon, hopefully. Wonderful. All right, see you later. Okay, let me get rid of that as well. So we have next guest. Are you ready? Got a thumbs up. Thumbs up? Yes, I think so. Yeah. Hello. How's it going?
Hello, Sam. I mean, how am I supposed to come after Mark? I mean, that is kind of ridiculous.
You're fine. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm at the coffee shop. Hopefully, it's not too loud over here. I'm in New York. Actually, I'm gonna have to take up Mark on his word. I would love to visit his Red Bar. Because I also have a little YouTube channel where I do these kind of live shows. We talk about watches. I was kind of traveling a lot this month. Visited the London Watch Show.
Yeah, I saw on your Instagram. Very cool.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I don't know. Where you girls from? Sorry.
So I'm just south of London. Yeah, so
South
not
London?
not too far at all. And then Sam's stateside.
I'm on the other side. I'm in LA.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's opposite sides of the world. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Spencer is going to hold a BQ Watches show sometime later this year. So I'm going to be flying to London again.
Oh, amazing! Yeah, come say hi.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try because I did promise some of my viewers that I'm gonna do a pub pro live stream in London.
Fun.
So I
Very
need to start
cool.
planning that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I saw some of your photos. You met Nico.
Yeah. Well, more
How was
like
that?
Nico met me. I mean.
Sorry.
He always messes with me, so I have to mess with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
he's
says
quite
he's
a
really like,
character. Yeah,
yeah.
he came onto my live stream. It was a huge dramatic event. If you guys love drama that involves tears, backstabbing, Game of Thrones, you have to watch some of my live streams. It is ridiculous. It keeps me up at night. Sometimes I can't go to sleep because of the sheer stress of it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay, we should keep an eye out. We should keep an
It's
eye
not
out.
about it's not so much about watches as about like just drama, just people.
Just
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So is there a group of you, or yeah, you get guests on as
Oh
well?
yeah. I have guests. Actually, I'm gonna be doing. So I'm back in New York. So I'm gonna be doing my. I'm gonna be back in my green room, and I have a really special guest coming on today. He's actually a VIP at Becherhong Constantin. He got the overseas Everest. He's going to do unboxing on my live stream. Yes, and I will be flying out to Vegas to meet him on the 29th because I want to see that watch in my hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was.
it's
We
gonna be
haven't done a
wild.
wrist check. What have you got on?
Well, look, I'm just wearing my Submariner. This is my first luxury watch. Yeah, it's the 40 mil, just a classic.
Can't go wrong.
It's
Can't
good,
go
yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
Simple.
Have you had it for long?
Oh, 5 years. Ever since I got into kind of, well, actually, my first watch was a Tag Heuer Carrera Twin Time, but then it went crazy. I just left it on the table for a day, and a bit of oil spilled from the inside onto the hairspring, and it started going 5 minutes fast every hour.
Oh no.
It was so, I have never seen a watch go so fast.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was scary to look at. It was giving me anxiety. So when I serviced it, I got it back, and then I was like, okay, I have to get something else, and I stumbled on this one, and
Wow.
got lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it easy or hard to get?
Well, at that time, this is so you guys don't know me, but it was the craziest thing ever. I opened up the Rolex website, and I thought that everything that's on the website you can just go in and buy. Who would have thought? So, and what did I see when I opened the website? It was a Panda Daytona, just kind of in my face. I was so mesmerized, like I'm gonna go buy that. And when I came in, they told me that that's only for previous customers. But if you buy one of these, and they said these are just as good. It's just if you buy one of these, we'll put you on the waiting list for the Daytona. And they gave me an option: this one, the Hulk, or the Batman.
Those are the days.
Those were the days.
So many good options.
Madness.
You're like, but I want the Daytona.
Oh my God, it was. But in retrospect, so they did put me on the Panda Daytona, and now I don't know what would have happened if I went with the Hulk or the Batman. But 3 years later, they delivered it. I was actually able to get one. So it's actually,
Amazing.
I do not, no regrets, no regrets.
No,
Nice.
it's like, yeah, it's a
One
happy story.
Yeah, it's one of the few people who actually were able to get the Daytona at least. So it was
Yeah.
mind blowing. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Do you have like sort of Rolex aside, like any other special watches in your collection?
No, I don't. I just have look, I have 5 Rolexes. It's just all Rolex. I'm in the vortex. I mean, I cannot buy more than like one watch per year. And whenever I can buy a watch, it's like I have a really good relationship with my Rolex AD, and they're able to get me some amazing watches. So this year I got the new Explorer 1, the 36 mil. I freaking love that watch. I love it. I was gonna get the Serpent, but I switched it to the Explorer 1. People say it's stupid, which it is, but I just like the Explorer 1 more. I thought it was worth getting that one first.
Love
But
it. Yeah. Love it.
Hopefully someday I'll get some Patek or something or Vacheron. I don't know.
Something a little bit
I'm
different.
trying. Now everything is impossible. It's like, it's hard. These things are not cheap. Why guys, watches are expensive. Who would have thought?
Is it? Yeah. Well, I don't know. My Mickey Mouse one cost, I don't know, about £30.
Nice. Yeah,
So the strap cost half the price of the watch.
I know, man. It's so. I envy people who are like in that lower bracket. That way you don't need to get like better, and because it's like I can't even get the G-Shock. Because I was in Korea, and I was looking at some beautiful G-Shocks, and they're only $100. Well, only $100.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, oh, maybe I should get a G-Shock, commemorate my time here in Korea. But then I started thinking, well, wait a minute, hold on a second, stop. You need to save money for the next Rolex.
Oh gosh.
No, the brain.
Oh dear.
I know, it's mad. Oh,
Not so good. Not so good.
no.
What did I have on my yeah, I was going. Well, you kind of answered all the questions really.
Oh, really? Okay.
favorite brand, Grail.
Yeah.
Boom. Well, my Grail would be Patek Philippe 5170.
Okay.
That is just the most beautiful. I'm not a huge fan of too many complications, the fancy schmancy stuff. I just like simple, one complication per watch. That's it. I can't handle more.
Yeah.
And I think that watch has got such a beautiful movement. It's expensive as hell, but it's not over retail. Like getting some of the other stuff is just 5711 and forget about it.
Yeah.
Who can get that? I mean, you have to be VIP. Crazy.
Get them. So and so you're based in New York most of the time?
Yeah, New York. Right now I'm in Manhattan. Actually, I was getting my coffee. There's a lot of people here with some fancy watches. So I might go and talk to them. I was just really
I drunkenly went to a club. Well, I was drunk to go to the club, really, on Saturday, and was dancing. And some guy next to me had his hands like that, and like right next to my eye was like a probably the same as yours, Submariner. And I just tapped it. I was with a watch friend as well, and I tapped him, and I was like, "Look at the watch." And then I tapped the guy's watch. And I was like, "Nice watch." He was like, "Okay," and then ran off.
It's probably the first time he got complimented. Because I had this watch for 5 years. Nobody ever said anything about it.
He probably thought I was going to try and steal it off his wrist or something. It was like, God, no, I've been spotted. Quick run. Watch spotting is a fun game, isn't it? When you're
I did. Here's the thing. Here's a little story from a club that I have. So in the beginning of the year, when the Explorers came out, when the new Rolex dropped, I really, over like, it took me about 2 or 3 weeks to fall in love with the two-tone Explorer one. And that's the one I wanted. Now, I settled for the stainless steel Explorer one because it was the first one in like New York. It was the first that they got, yeah. And they called me up. They said, "You have it?" And I thought it was the two-tone, so I ran to pick it up. But it was the steel, and they said, "Well, the steel is gonna take like another month." So I thought, you know what? That's actually a more reasonable watch. Why would you go with the two-tone? It's just more money. You don't get more watch for it. But there's something about.
Oh, lost you. No, can't hear you. No,
Oh,
gone. Can't hear you. There's your sound gone.
Oh,
No,
maybe his headphones died.
headphones gone.
Oh
No, it's gone. It's gone. Right, I'm just gonna have a quick check, make sure nobody else has tried to get hold of us. No. Anyone in the chat want to join? Just pop it in the chat. We could get you on. We're coming to a bit of a close, but we could probably get you on briefly. I've got Liam, Dan, Mate T actually made watches for Brigade. Apparently,
wow.
did not know.
Dan has all this like historical watch stuff in his head. I don't know how he keeps it all, but like it's impressive.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Sorry
you're
about
back. You're back.
Somebody called me. These people, I'm back from New York, so now everybody's just trying to call me.
It's because they're seeing you on the show. They're like, look, we saw him on the show.
Yeah, he's back. Let's call him. I mean, how many times I had to tell people not to call me when I'm doing a live stream? It is really frustrating. So I was saying, this two-tone, I fall in love with the two-tone. And then I was doing a live stream, like one of these, but like from a club. We just went drinking with the watch friend. And then I saw a guy wearing a two-tone Explorer 1, and I was kissing his hair. It got really weird. And I was so drunk at that point. It's like, what? Yeah. Sorry.
Oh. Someone's calling you again.
Oh, no.
No. That's it. Go. Oh, now I'm getting no feedback.
Oh, I know. Echo. Oh, I hear echo. Oh my gosh.
Hang on. I'm gonna move. There we go. Better?
Yeah.
There we go. The echo was coming through Tim. Sorry, Tim, we had to mute you.
We had to mute you.
Oh no, he's unmuted himself. Tim, bear with us. We've had to mute you because we're getting a bit of an echo.
Oh.
Gone. Okay, shall we wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up. This was fun. I really enjoyed talking to different people.
Yeah. Tim, we're going to wrap it up there. I think if you're just in the background, but it was AirPod strike again. Yeah. It was fun. Thanks everyone for coming on. Mark's still watching. Hi. And we should do it again sometime, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Right, so the usual, give us a thumbs up, comment, like, share, and we'll be back next week. We don't know what we're doing next week yet, do we?
We don't, but we'll be
back. We do. We just don't let on that we do.
We do. We have a plan.
Yes. We're gonna sign off now and just work on that plan a little bit. Cool. Right, I'm gonna hit the button.
All right, guys. Bye, guys.
See you later.
See ya.